Forge of Light has come back in Season 2 Plus, and as you can imagine, the brand new artifact is here. So guess what? We're going to do a cool video instead of a normal Forge of Light video. I'm going to give you as much info in the intro, and then guess what? We're going to go into a very fun key opening. So let's get into today's Forge of Light event on Call of Dragons. Hello, yes, welcome. We're on Forge of Light, and this is Call of Dragons. My name's MrSneakyy, an official Call of Dragons content creator. Hit the subscribe button if you want more daily videos, because I'm here every single day. And if you enjoy this video, remember to put a thumbs up so those gorillas in the back office, in the YouTube, can hit the little keyboard and recommend the video to more people so that everyone can enjoy a great little time here. So what we're going over, though, is Forge of Light, and what I'm going to do is make this a bit more of a fun video where we did do this live, and the whole purpose of it was to test basically one of the community theories involved in this actual event. So what I'm going to go over first is just one thing a lot of people do misinterpret, right? So when you're going into the Forge of Light info here, you can see the reward section, and here a critical hit is guaranteed epic or legendary every 10, meaning every 10 you're guaranteed to get either an epic or a legendary due to the possibilities, which we'll see. But on the 90th draw is the pity one, guys. So on the 90th one, no matter what, you are always guaranteed a legendary if you've not hit one within the 90 spins, right? And the thing is, why that is important is when we go basically to the probability table. Because when we go and click on the event here and we start to boot it up, you can see the two, obviously, artifacts in this Forge of Light event. But in the probability, you can see they do have a 0.9% chance, while everything else here has a 0.6. And then it goes down to 11.4, and then it's 23.9 to 63. So you can see he's still hitting everything in the game. And that's kind of why this is, if you've not checked out my artifact guide video, which I recently did, why you shouldn't be doing this. Because honestly, this video is going to showcase why or how much it will genuinely normally cost you on average to get an artifact. I'm just going to be real with you, right? So what I'm going to do, though, is display in the next part of the video the other Forge of Light events that we can talk about while we're opening some of these keys, and we can talk about that so you get even more information on the back end while you're watching, obviously, the fun of that key opening. And here we are, we're at the main event that you've been waiting for. We're going to be opening basically 70 keys for you guys, and you're going to be watching in the background the footage we did on the live stream. And what I'm going to be doing, though, while these 70 keys obviously are open, like I said, is to give you some info. So right now, this is the first Forge of Light event in Season 2 Plus. So you're going to get access to, as you can see, that Oath of Stormpeak and the Spirit Bone Talk, which is the brand new infantry artifact. Really cool artifact that taunts enemies, legions, and gives you an insane amount of stats. Probably the most amount of stats you can ever give an infantry unit from just actually one artifact alone. So it's a really powerful artifact on that. However, is this one event you should be spinning on? And that might be the question a lot of you are wondering. And maybe if you're a big spender, and maybe if you're trying to actually be an infantry maid, this will be one that I would suggest just to get that Spirit Bone Talk. It's that good of an artifact for the infantry player. However, we do have extra information, and on the actual Call of Dragons Discord, one of the players above, I want to say just War is his name, so thanks for actually asking the question, is basically the order of the Forge of Light keys, or Forge of Light event, should we say, right? So right now, as you can see, we've got that Spirit Bone Talk and the Oath of Stormpeak. That's the current one. But the next one, or the one after, in my opinion, are actually two better. Even the third one's even better, because you can get in the next one, if you're an Archer player or a Mage player, your Gold Crest or Phoenix Eye. Very, very powerful artifacts, and really good artifacts as well for any player to obtain. So if you really had maybe the amount of keys that you're going to need to go on this, and we've got obviously more information on this when we go through it, I would use it on one of these other events. The next one afterwards potentially is Spring Blades and Viola's Bow. So that's a really good event as well, because you're going to get the best easily cavalry AoE artifact in the game, as well as Viola's Bow, which honestly people do like as well, because it has that 10-second delay on your enemy's artifacts. So you're going to beat them to the rage meter because you've got a lower rage cost, and then you're going to hit them faster, allowing you potentially, you know, to stop them from maybe shielding, healing, throwing out their damage abilities. So it's a really good actually PvP archer artifact that you can go for. So a lot of people want it, you can potentially go for it here. And then finally there's Infernal Flame and the amazing Graham Mars Warhammer, and this is basically the, you know, the two final ones. And I would suggest if you wanted to go for these, you can, but I actually think the other two are still better, what we've just gone over, compared to this one. The only reason you want to go for this actual event is because you want Grey Mars Warhammer for the infantry CC ability, as well as the Infernal Flame to maybe finish up your Infernal Flame to make sure that Lilia is pumping out the most amount of damage as possible with those Scorch triggers, right? So you might want to do it for that, and that's an understandable reasoning. So just above, and we've left it on long enough, is those Order of the Forge of Light events. And I want to thank again the community and the member Above War for asking this, because without him, we wouldn't have that information to give you guys either. And if you've noticed in the background, we are now on already 60 keys burned. And that is what's crazy about it. 60 keys have been burned already. And we've only got 10 keys left, and we've not hit a single legendary, guys. We've not hit a single legendary, which is absolutely bonkers, right? And this is the last one. And there we go. We hit all of our 7s there, and that was basically us kind of doing this little myth test, right? And that might be just me being unlucky, who knows, but on average they would say you should get 70 keys before the pity timer. You should get that amount, or at least one artifact in that timer. And if you're wondering how much that actually costs, because it is a lot of gems this is going to cost you in order to do this, because obviously you might hit the wish and you might hit something else, which I'm going to talk about in a moment a little bit more. But the actual cost of this is insane, guys. This is over 42,000 plus gems in order to do this, because it's 600 gems to buy one without using obviously the daily bundle, and that's 42,000 worth of gems in order to cast 70 keys. And I'm just saying, you can imagine if for 42,000 gems, guess what, you could have actually spent 30,000 of that on the end of season artifact companion, and that would have guaranteed you 2 legendary artifacts, maybe not the newer ones, but it will guarantee you 2 at least for a cheaper cost. And you've got 12,000 gems left over for maybe the lucky spin wheel for that season. So I'm just saying, maybe this is not the event for you guys. However, we're not just done there, because you guys said, you know what, for science, let's see if we can go even further. So what we did was pretty simple. We just used the last remaining amount of gems, as you can see above there, and we bought another 10 keys. So here we bought another 10 keys. You can just see how many we can grab. 10, one last blast, and we're going to see before the pity timer, are we able to get it? And maybe on the 80th slot, can we get it? And what I'm going to do is disappear now. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to let the footage play itself with all of its glory. And with that, I hope you've enjoyed it. Smash a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you later on in the next video. In the next 10 anyway. Just to prove how bad this is. It's the pity timer of doing it. So here we go. There we go. We landed it. Did we get Spirit Talk? That's the real question. And this is what I'm scared about. So that was not 42,000 gems. That was over 48,000 gems to get one legendary artifact. And we got it! Oh! We got it though! Oh my lord, I'm lucky. We got the one we wanted though. Let's go! But I was still 48,000 gems. Oh! Oh, boys. We got it. We got it. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. You say I'm so lucky, but I was on the 80th spin. That was the 80th spin. So if I didn't get anything that spin, tomorrow I would guaranteed one. Like, I legit have made now, after this video.